Hello. In this tutorial, what we're going to be discussing is we'll be discussing the Chassissim 7-post rig toolbox. To activate what the Chassissim 7-post rig toolbox does is it basically does a swept sign test of your car in heave mode, in pitch, and in roll. Effectively, it's the equivalent of putting the car onto a 7-post rig. Now, how do we do this? Well, what we do is we obviously load in a car of our choice. Here I've got the Dallara F3 demo that comes with Chassissim. Then I just simply click on Start, and I just simply click on the tab that says Activate 7-post rig. I then go to Start Simulation. You'll see straight away that we basically a dialog comes up saying Analysis Mode, which is what we want to choose for the which is what we want to choose to activate the 7-post rig toolbox. There is one profile mode, but that basically uses some older legacy, an older legacy feature for the bump profile. So, as you can see here, we specify the maximum frequency of the test. We can specify the speed of the car for the test, or alternatively, if you want to correlate more closely to some other fixed rigs, you can use constant downforce, where you can specify the downforce in kilograms per force at the front and downforce in kilograms per force at the rear. Here you basically put in the maximum peak velocity that you want to simulate on the shaker rig, and basically throughout when it goes through and it sweeps when it sweeps the signs, it basically will keep it to that peak velocity. Here we can put in our comment, and I'll just put in this is a test, and we can export this to a file of our choice, and I'll just call this load speed example. And once we're happy with that, we click on OK. And what's going to happen is we're now going to do a swept sign test in both heave, pitch, and in roll. And when we're done with this, we simply click on Cancel. We go to the Simulate menu and go to 7-post rig analysis results, and we load the dataset. Lo and behold, here's our dataset. And you can see dataset 1, this is a test, and we just simply click on heave. Lo and behold, here is our 7-post rig output. You can also see that for each dataset we display a contact patch load variation value for the front and a contact patch load variation value for the rear. The whole idea is the lower this number, the better the mechanical grip of the car is going to be. We can also take a look at various other modes, like for example the pitch response for the heave input, the front damper response, the rear damper response, and what the tyres are doing. We also have the option of basically printing this out to a printer of our choice. Now, to remove the dataset, all we've got to do is click on this and go on Remove Dataset, and that removes the dataset. And effectively, you can use this tool by effectively going from here and going back here to say change a spring value, and going back here to redo to basically reactivating the 7-post rig and running it through again. We can basically keep on doing as many 7-post rig simulations as we wish, and we can basically load the results back up in here to have a look at what it's doing. So this gives you a very, very powerful insight into the world of frequency analysis.